everyone, welcome back to the Chosen One by Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your support. Today's word for tough times is God says stop wasting your time with someone that is not trying to grow with you. Some of you, you're wasting your time with this person. I feel the Holy Spirit talking. Some of you have to understand that God is not going to put you with a person that's going to waste your time. Sometimes it can be you, or it can be a distraction of friendship. You know, God is not going to put you with somebody that's going to waste your time. When you see a man or a woman wasting your time, something in you should click and say, look, when you like 15, 16 years old, yes, you're playing this game of boyfriend, girlfriend. But for some women that is 18, 21, you ready to settle down. Some women, some of them. And I want to say to you, stop wasting your time trying to be in a relationship with somebody that don't give a you know what about you. You have to understand that what God has for you is for you. And it's okay to be celibate. It's okay to close your legs and wait until you get married. You're not missing anything because you know what you're doing. Okay? You know what you're doing. I don't care what that man talking about. Oh, if you don't have sex with me, we can't be together. I don't care. You got to make up in your mind, I'm waiting until I get married and I'm going to stick to what I said. And what I said is going to happen. See, some of you as a woman, you want a man to chase you, but guess what? He ain't not going to chase you because some of y'all are too easy. You're too easy. You always land on your back. If you want a man to chase you, obey. Tell him. We can't do it until we get married. You got to marry me. We got to get married. We got to set the foundation because, listen, as we set the foundation, we got to tell our kids the same thing too. You have to understand, it's not hard. I'm telling y'all, I have been through it, and I'm telling you, when you're waiting on God to give you a husband, you have to be praying for the right things for that person to come into your life. Okay, you praying, Lord, please make him handsome or whatever you praying for. Lord, I don't know, some of y'all as a woman be praying for weird things. You praying about his feet, you're praying about his hair, you praying about his nose or whatever, I don't know. When I was praying for my husband, I was praying for his heart to be right. I was praying that God change him. I was praying that God restore him. I was also praying that God, deliver him. And I was also praying that as we talk, we understand each other. See, y'all praying for the wrong stuff. You praying that God give him big feet. God give him big old strong hands. Forget all of that. God gonna do what he need to do. He a man. He should already have all that. All I'm saying to you is this. You need to be praying for the man heart. Not how his body looking and all that stuff. All that stuff gonna come about. But the main thing you need to pray, if you're praying for a husband, you're praying for somebody to love you the right way, you need to be praying for their heart. Because how you gonna grow with somebody and their heart is all over the place? They can't love you if their heart thinking about different woman, different man. When you trying to settle down and you know that your heart love Michael and you really want Michael, you pray for Michael. Ask God to change Michael's heart. Ask God to deliver Michael. Ask God to save. And that's what I did. Before my husband came in my life, now don't get me wrong, before me and him met, this was in my early 20s, and we was boyfriend girlfriend for a while, okay? We was boyfriend girlfriend for a while, and some things that he was doing, I was not happy what he was doing. He was always in the street all the time, but I prayed, and I said, God, you change his heart. And he heard me. He would hear me pray for him. But I told him, one day I told him, I said, look, we can't do this. We can't do this. I left him alone for 5 years. And God brought us back together within 5 years' time. And we got married. So let me tell you this. If God can restore me and my husband, he can restore you. And before I even met him, listen to me, before I was even in a relationship, I prayed and asked God for somebody that will love me for who I am. Sometimes we fall in love with the wrong people. You understand? I was in my early 20s. In my early 20s. And I'm going to tell you, I knew he was my husband, but God knew the time, he knew the date that we was going to get married. We got married on the time that God told us to get married. We didn't rush it, we didn't push it. Listen, we just woke up, said we gonna get married today. Let me tell you, when God tell you to do something, do it. You gotta be obedient. Some of y'all think God is playing. When God tell you to do something, do it. And obey. If you saying dreams and visions and all this stuff, and God giving you a sign, you should already know. If God telling you to back away from somebody, if God telling you to leave this person alone. Some of y'all as a woman, you need to stop being easy. You ain't got nothing to do with your life. I gotta stick with this man. I gotta stick with this person because I love them. Don't let that word mess you up. That 4-letter word, love. I don't care how good the sex is. I said it. I don't care how good his lips is. You need to leave him alone before he gets you in some mess. You know you don't feel comfortable with this dude that you with, and he wasting your time, and you keep on running back to him like a little chicken. Stop wasting your time with this man, and ask the Lord to give you a sign. God will give you a sign. God gave me plenty of signs. Sometimes I had to walk away from the man that I love. I had to walk away to make sure it was. Listen, God will make sure if it's for you, it's gonna come back together. If it's not, God will depart it. It's not even gonna work. Some of y'all be trying to force relationship. You can't force relationship on somebody if they don't want to be with you. You can have sex all day long, kiss them, please them, all that, squeeze, all that. It ain't gonna work because it's not in the will of God. If it's not in the will of God, it's not gonna stay together. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to use your brain. God is not gonna allow you to be with somebody if it's not in his will. It got to be in his will. If it's in his will, he's going to complete it. And it will succeed. If it's not, he's going to depart it. And he's going to break it apart. It's going to be like fire going through your house. If it's not in the will of God. So please, y'all, get yourself together. I love you. Have a great, beautiful day. Keep your head up and be strong. Pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to the signs that God is giving you. I love you. Have a great, beautiful day. Take care.